Hello YouTube, I'm NBG, and let's get to another day of gold making. Alright, I have already done my cancel scans and my reposting of items from yesterday. Let's just go ahead and jump right into my mailbox. A huge day, 167,000. Before we get into that, let's actually take a look at my total right now. Right now I'm sitting at 2,304,000. Did not do a lot yesterday other than a few callings, which really they were quite long. And as much as there was two matching up, both in Bastion, I think I did it on 4 characters total because it was just taking like 20 minutes per character, and I didn't want to do it, so I didn't do it on the other characters. And normally, in a situation like that, I would have, but it was just taking too long because I hate Bastion. So I did not do very much of that. After that, I just did my Covenant tables at night, and that's about it. I would like to point out I made some spectral flasks of potion, or excuse me, spectral flasks of power yesterday. I did that after my normal crafting because I was noticing some numbers through TSM that it appeared I could actually be making profit. Well, here's the problem. TSM was not wrong. I was, because I did some bad math. So the flasks of power that I'm selling, honestly, I'm going to be barely making even on. I even still have like 25 or something up on the auction house, so I really should have started at a bit of a higher number. So as much as this is 167, I really think this should be something like 130, something like that. Either way, still a great day. Um, Everything I made yesterday, typical stuff. It's all the same Shadowlands stuff I make every day. The feasts that I made a few days ago, they're really taking a long time to sell. I do believe the total profit I'm making from them is still pretty good, but they don't sell as quick as I thought they would. I'm not a raider though, so I have no idea. But they don't sell as quickly as I thought. I got Flask of Power, got General Enchants, my beloved Celestial Guidances that sell out constantly. I've been making like 20 a day at this rate just because they make profit and I sell so many. Going down. Taking a look here, look, heavy desolate armor kits. Somebody went through and bought all 150. However, there's an issue with that. I also noticed that when I was posting, I posted heavy desolate at a relatively low price from what I normally am able to post at. So I posted those heavy desolate armor kits relatively low. It doesn't say what they were per, does it? I don't think it does. Either way, so I've been making like 3 to 4 times the amount, and really I was only making what, a little over double, something like that, which, don't get me wrong, is still making gold. But I've usually been able to do them and let's say spend around 10 or so thousand on crafting materials, and usually I'm getting back around 40. This time I got her back around 25. So again, good profit, but not nearly as much as I normally get off of those. Everything else, pretty much the same. Got a lot of shrouded pieces, got a lot more enchants. I think I made spectral intellects and strengths yesterday because of just the way that the market was. Or excuse me, and agilities. Going down, seeing if anything else is out of the ordinary. Nope. My same enchant. Oh yeah, it looks like the lightless silk pouches that I made a couple days ago finally sold. Not at very much profit, but they sold. Let's go ahead and grab all the gold. Take a look at my new total. And our new total is 2,472,000 gold. That's pretty awesome. Alright, let's get started and head on over to our Covenant tables. At my first Covenant table, wanted to point something out. This little button right here on TLDR, or actually this might even be for Venture Plan, I don't know. But either way, like once you have everything set up, all you need to do is click this button and not just does it bring in everything, you know, from the day before, but it actually sends out everything that you can. So yeah, I don't know why I'm so late in figuring out that button's there and they can do both at once. But yeah, that happens. I've gone through and done my restock, taken a look at what I'm going to make. I already kind of narrowed it down. It's the same stuff I make every day. Going to be restocking some ceremonious, just making a little bit of the shaded stones. It looks like I'm going to make all three of the potions today, like the main ones, the agility, the intellect, and the strength. All of their profit margins, at least on here, show really well. It'll depend when I go shopping, once I start really taking a look at herbs, on if that's true or not. Always make sure you kind of check yourself a little bit. This kind of just gives me a general idea. Looks like I'm going to make a little bit of feast. Not many. I still have 12 that I made like 3 days ago left of the 75. So I'll make a few just to have a little bit of extra on hand in case those are all sell out. Everything else is pretty standard. I'm going to make 20 of the Celestial Guidance because I sell them every day. I'm going to take a look at Tome of this Still Mind and see, just because their price is really high right now. So if I can get the herbs cheap enough, I don't think I'm going to make the other stuff, but I might try to pump out some tomes if the price is kind of high. See if I can't make some money off of that. That's really probably going to depend on how much I can buy Nightshade for. We have some Desolate pieces that are going to get restocked, and as per usual, my Heavy Desolate. This shows the profit. Usually the profit's like 300 something, and the profit's only like 60. So I'm not going to make as much money from this, which will probably drive down my total amount that I bring in tomorrow. But I'm also going to check the auction house myself and kind of see how many of them are there. Maybe there's like 100 or something for sale at this price, and I can buy them out and reset the market a little bit, you know. So that's something I like to do too, is if I can reset the market a little bit, especially if it's on something that I know that sells well. I might check that out, but I have no idea. Checking the auction house for what I need for some of the cooking stuff. It looks like that, just like a few days ago, that Silver Gill Pike has massively risen in price. Yeah, I'm not going to pay that price for it, and I already have some on the auction house, which just means I am not going to be making those feasts today. I wanted to ask a question real quick. I wanted to know, are you having problems making gold? Is there anything that you want to know more about? Is there anything you need help with? Is there something you'd like to see a video on? Anyway, if you could just go ahead and let me know down in the comments below, that would be awesome. I was just thinking about it, and I really don't know if my ability to make gold right now, like, has everybody been doing this the whole time? Am I just late to the party? Or am I actually doing well, and, you know, can I try to help somebody else out on their journey too? Alright, I've already done my enchanting and tailoring and cooking. Now I'm working on a little bit of blacksmithing, just getting my shaded whetstones and stuff made. After this, I'll probably head over and start milling all these herbs, and then probably AFK while I make some inks. Alright, blacksmithing done. I've come over here and I've done all my milling. I am now going to AFK for a little bit and make a bunch of inks. And then from there, I'll make my tomes and move on probably to my leatherworker. Yeah, have I ever mentioned how much I hate inscription? Alright, here I am on my leatherworker, getting a few things made. What I'll probably do is I'll probably make all these and make the Heavy Desolate armor kits, and just since they make so much money for me, I might go over to my bank alt and just get all of my stuff currently posted before I go and make all my potions, because the potions are going to take me 15-20 minutes to make. So yeah, that's probably what I'll do, just so I can get some of this stuff I've already crafted this morning onto the auction house as soon as possible. Just crafting all my potions. From here I'll send them over to the bank alt. Alright, with that, I came back on over to my bank alt and did a cancel scan again. Gathered all my cancels and my new crafted potions from the mailbox and posted everything up. With that, the rest of my day, probably for gold making, is again just cancel scans when I can. I usually like to take one day out of the week and try to keep up on my anima. I noticed I had a couple characters that were starting to drop below 1,000. So what I typically do is, you have the Zereth Mortis weekly quest. By no means do I complete that whole quest every single week. What I typically do is get it done on each character over 2 to 3 weeks maximum. But what I like to do is I like to I grab the Zereth Mortis. Well, first of all, I grab the Anima quest, the quest to get 1,000 Anima. Because if you're at 80 renown, that's worth like 1600 gold. And that's what I'm here to do, right? I'm here to make gold. So for me, I grab that quest. I usually head over to Zereth Mortis, make sure I have the weekly quest there, and I usually try to get my anima in Zereth Mortis. And first of all, you'll get 500 from killing the boss, so that's half of the 1,000 that you need. And that also goes towards, 20% of your Zereth Mortis quest. Then, unfortunately, I fly around and I kill rares and stuff to do the other 500 of the anima quest, but I'm also double dipping because I'm getting a little bit of progress towards the Zereth Mortis weekly, and that's what allows me to get it done every 2 to 3 weeks, essentially. So I'm going to do that on as many characters as I can, so that I can get a little bit of gold, and then maybe a couple of them are close enough they'll be able to finish off their Zereth Mortis. That just equals more gold from the box, that equals some Essentia to sell. So that's probably what I'll do rather than run any sort of calling today. However, I did notice that the calling is another one for Ardenweald, so we have 2 for Ardenweald right now. Typically I would do that, but since they're both up until tomorrow, and I have time tomorrow, I'm going to wait one more day, just in the hopes that the quest that we get, maybe it's rare resources or something, because I would really like to get 3 callings done per character. And if that happens, I will be absolutely making time to do every single one of them on every character, and it's going to suck. But either way, there's going to be 2, and I'll try to get those done on some characters tomorrow. So anyway, with that, please like and subscribe. Let me know anything I can do to help you out. What would you like to see a guide on? What would you like to see just my thoughts on? Is there anything I could do better? What would you want to see from a channel like this? Please go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. And with that, I will see you next time.